Thank you so much. I've been muted the whole time. Let's try this again. Thank you for the heads up, David. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to try again. Welcome, everybody. Uh, at least I didn't do the whole meeting muted. Let's try this again. Welcome. Glad you're here. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for joining us. You've joined the meeting muted. I joined the meeting muted, apparently. Feel free to use the chat box as needed. We're recording the meeting so we can post later on for folks who are able to join live. And then when we get to Q&A, feel free to use the raise hand feature or just unmute yourself because we're usually a small group. All right. Here we go. This past week, our students competed in their first VEX robotics competition tournament at Fairfax High School. So our students, as well as students from other middle schools across Region West, all joined in at for the first competition with designing the robots, driving the robots, building the robots, and our team did really well. Out of about 20 teams, we were kind of right in the middle of the pack, but the good news is that there's lessons learned and there's clear next steps for our kiddos, and they're super excited about the next tournament. So shout out to Ms. Dunklin, who leads that team. I am also super excited to share this with our families. Many of you know that we have an RSP teacher, Miss Sanchez, who is amazing. It's our teacher who teaches our Resource Specialist Program, or RSP. She does pull-out services for students with IEPs. She does push-in services for students with IEPs. And because of our like I had shared with this group before, our enrollment here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy is growing. And so the district saw that. And starting this coming Monday, we actually have another RSP teacher who's going to be coming on our team. And so I'm excited to introduce to you Ms. Sarah Williams, who will be joining our team here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy beginning on Monday. She will have a very similar role to Ms. Sanchez. So some of you, you will at least see her around. Some of you, if your child has an IEP, may interact with her in the IEP meeting or some of the other supports that she provides. So we want to welcome Ms. Williams, and maybe I can get her on a coffee with the principal sometime in the next couple of weeks. So welcome. All right, so our Ms. G is doing an amazing job with our leadership students. And so we are excited in planning Spirit Week. Not this coming week, but the week after. So the week of October 30th through November 3rd, we have Spirit Week here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. You're gonna get this information through Class Dojo, but also through Blackboard Connect. And so starting October 30th, there are different themes on the different days. What's great about this is the students themselves came up with them. So Monday the 30th will be Pajama Day. Tuesday the 31st, students are allowed to wear their Halloween costume. Wednesday, November 1st is called Anything But a Backpack Day. This is where students are very creative and come up with all sorts of different ways to carry their belongings in anything but a backpack. Thursday is our Dia de los Muertos. And then Friday is each of the different grade levels have a theme. So 6th graders is babies, 7th graders is adults, and 8th grade is grandparents. So we look forward to seeing our kids in their creativity that coming week. Just a reminder, participating in the Spirit Week is optional for students. It's not required for any student, but if a student does choose to opt out of the theme for the day, they are required to be in uniform that day. The other thing that I want to share with families is this link that I've put in the chat. It's also here on the screen. These are our guidelines around what are the boundaries for some of these theme days, and how do we make sure we do so in a safe and appropriate way? I will just make I'll let you read that yourself, but I'll make a couple comments about it. Basically, the overall theme is nothing unsafe, nothing offensive. So, those two things are the big things. And then the other thing to note is that for Halloween particularly, we can't do masks that cover the face on Halloween, because we do need to be able to identify students and make sure everyone here who is supposed to be here. So again, on Halloween. We can't do masks, but we can do the rest of the attire. And again, the overall guideline is, nothing unsafe, nothing offensive, and that's a great way to do Spirit Week. All right. Okay. One of the things that we do here at the school is we partner with, or we share information with our families about local community organizations that are doing some cool things in the community. So one of our organizations that we partner with for lots of different things is the Westchester YMCA. It's over on Sepulveda, just north of Manchester, and they're doing 2 events towards about next, I believe it's next. Oh, whoops! There's a typo in this one. And let me fix that because that's important to get right. Give me a second. Thank you. I want to get this right. This is not 1027. This is 1028. There we go. Okay. Just make sure I'm sharing correctly. And yeah, there we go. Fixed it. Thank you. All right. So next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, the Westchester YMCA is doing something they're calling Scarioke. It's a play on karaoke. So where they're inviting teens to host a Halloween event. There's free food from the food truck. First 100 teens there. There'll be raffle items. So that is Saturday at the Y. And that's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I do think you have to RSVP. There's a QR code right there. And then the day before, Friday the 27th, the Y is also hosting something called the Westchester Family Spooktacular. And that's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. At the Y. Again, there's a QR code to scan. That event is geared more towards families and elementary age children. Neither of these are school sponsored events, but we love the organizations that exist here in the community. We wanted to share those opportunities with you. All right. Okay, this is cool. Where'd my present? Anyway, I don't see it, but that's okay. Similar to previous years, LAUSD is providing an optional winter academy for all LAUSD students. And so you can get more information on this at lausd.org/winter academy. It'll be 3 days, December 18th, 19th, and 20th. Again, these are completely optional, but they're happening at various school sites throughout the district. Our local, I haven't seen the final locations yet. However, it looks like our local school will be Wright Middle School. It's also very likely that I will be the principal who's overseeing those 3 days at that site. So we wanted to share that this is an option for our families as they can consider ways to accelerate learning for their children. All right. Also wanted to share, just a reminder, we've sent this out on Blackboard a number of times. It's on Class Dojo. Tonight is our second family flicks or family film night. Cozy up with your loved ones to watch a movie. So we're going to open the gates at 5:30. We'll have some outdoor games. Everybody loves the outdoor Jenga. And we've got cornhole and ring toss and all those things. Sunset is at 6:15. We'll start the movie at 6:30. Bring a sweater, a jacket, a blanket, a low lawn chair if you've got one, and our booster will be selling snacks and goodies here at the school. It's really a great time to be in community and to connect with each other and to have a great time. All right, so we do ask that you RSVP if you're coming, so that will give the snack folks a good sense as to how many snacks to bring, how much food to prepare, all that stuff. That'd be super helpful. One note of clarity: it's not a drop-off event, so we don't want kids to come unsupervised. But it is okay if, say, like one parent comes with their kid and that parent is cool with that kid bringing 3 or 4 of their friends or 2 or 3 of their friends, and that parent is kind of overseeing those 3 to 4 kids. That's fine. We don't want to exclude people from that. But what we don't want kids to do is to come, and there's no adult who's kind of responsible for them that evening. So again, super excited about tonight. We love our blow up screen. It's a great way to watch a film, and the students voted on the movie this time, so that was a lot of fun. So we're excited to do that this evening. I will also remind folks that there is so much information happening at the school. I tried to reserve stuff for Coffee with the Principal for stuff that I'm introducing for the first time, but there's so much happening on Class Dojo. Our teachers post stuff, I post stuff, stuff about, iReady, stuff about Spirit Week, stuff about, other events that are happening in and around the school. So make sure that you are checking Class Dojo. It's also a great way to communicate with teachers. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, all the teachers have access to Class Dojo. So we're super excited about using that platform as an effective way to share the great things that are happening at Katherine Johnson, but also to share with you everything that's going on. All right. And with that said, we have now come to the end of the information that I have. So I will pause right now and see if there are questions that folks might have regarding anything that I may have shared. So I see 2 questions in the chat, so I will address those first. When is the date and time for 8th grade culmination? Great question. I will tell you tentatively, it is slated for Tuesday, June 11th. And we will likely do it similar to how we've done it in previous years, where we start it at, I think it's 2:45. So tentatively, June 11th, which is a Tuesday at 2:45, and it's about an hour long. Great question. There's another question in the chat that says, when will the Spanish club start? Great question. I don't have an exact date yet, but it's looking like it will start in early November. For those of you who may not have seen this on Class Dojo, I announced that we are partnering with an organization called Team Primetime, who will be supplementing our after-school programming here at Katherine Johnson. And when I met with them, they asked, what sort of programming, do you want at your school? I said 3 things. 1, I want some music. So we actually have some guitars here at the school. And so one of the things they'll be doing is doing some guitar classes when they launch. I said, I want a language class, so I think they will be able to provide a Spanish club after school. And then there was, arts. And so the 6th graders have an art class during the day. Ms. G teaches it, but our 7th and 8th graders don't necessarily have an art class, although they do have, some of them have a graphic design class with Mr. with Mr. Abram, but not all kids have that this semester. So the Team Primetime will also be able to provide some arts clubs after school, starting again. The start date is early November. I don't have an exact date, so but thank you for your patience in terms of that. All right. What other questions might folks have? All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I will wrap it up for today. I want to say thank you for joining me today. Also, thank you to all of our parents who support with our booster club, also to all of our parents who, specifically Vanjie, I see you, who supported with our shakeout drill this week, which went very successfully. Thank you for your continued support for your students. Reach out if you have any questions, any concerns about anything. We're super excited to work with your children each and every day. Working in middle school is exhausting, but it really is a labor of love, and it's something that our team loves to do. So thank you for being our partners, and I hope to see all of you this evening. Have a great day, everybody.